So here I am with my minions. Hey, psst. It's great to have such good company in the forest. When it's cold early in the morning, they always follow me. Yeah, they're used to being naked. Even when it's cold, they don't mind. We humans do somehow. I don't know why we make such a big fuss about it. So, welcome to my humble studio. I am so lucky to have this place just behind my house. Actually, today I'm in quarantine. Yesterday I officially tested positive for COVID. So far, so good. I mean, just like severe cold, mild flu kind of thing. Only thing that I almost totally lost the sense of smell yesterday, so that's a bit of a bummer. But I think I will use that to my advantage. That's something that I will cover in some other video about dopamine detox. So being deprived of one of your senses can help you to get rid of some dopamine peaks that don't allow you to fully appreciate the small things in life, like plain rice and noodles without anything, no seasoning at all. So, well, this should serve as a disclaimer that actually Wim Hof method or whatever method you're doing for enhancing your overall health, that doesn't make you bulletproof. I mean, there are no magic bullets. Keeping with the topic, they might help you, but you can still catch any bug. You're just a bit less likely to it, and maybe, yeah, you can recover much faster. That's something that some studies are starting to show. But yeah, out there's a lot of claims going around, like if you do this, then you will be immortal, and that's never ever the case, guys. So that's just something to bear in mind before we put too many expectations on something. We have to be realistic. They are all tools that can help us improve our lives, but they are not really something that will turn us into superheroes or anything of the kind. Maybe compared to people who don't invest their time into really expanding their capabilities, their skills in general. Those things do look like superpowers, but actually most of the tools that I'm going to discuss are things that are hidden in plain sight. There are things that we used to do. We don't do so much anymore because of the kind of life we lead right now. But there are things that are within our reach. They are not so really so extreme as they might seem them look. It's just something that you acquire through training and changing your mindset a little bit. So those things are more about restoring some balance and using some common sense and exposing oneself to things that were more natural in our past. I mean by that humankind, before we moved into cities. So it's more about rediscovering powers that we already have. There are of course some hacks, but some of them come also with a hidden cost, a hidden price. So yeah, about hacks we will have to be a bit cautious, because sometimes when you take a shortcut, then you miss the whole path, the whole trail that is actually sometimes the most important part of the journey. So this moving out of your comfort zone and expanding your comfort zone doesn't mean that you have to be like constantly taking cold showers and never enjoying life. No, not at all. Sometimes when we think about stoicism and we hear about dopamine detox, and some people tend to think that you have to live every day of your life like a monk. And well, that is an option maybe for some people. I'm not judging. But that is not necessarily the case. For example, even though I love to push myself and go into icy water and do things like that, I just noticed that the sun was rising a little bit uphill from where I was recording, and I just decided to move a little bit uphill to catch those rays of light that are so precious at this time of the year. So yeah, it's not about mistreating oneself, but just knowing when and how to push one's boundaries, and also when you can use some comfort in the good sense, not like cheap comfort, but a genuine thing like enjoying a little bit of sun from the sunrise. It's really worth, and it does make a difference. So Jesus, I decided to make this video and publish it today, even though this corona feeling is not helping, and I'm also having a really bad hair day. That's funny. Well, without further ado, what happens with cold exposure? Well, benefits of it. It improves blood circulation big time. It's really good for getting motivated. Actually, it is proven that it releases dopamine steadily for several hours. So compared to other stimuli that also boost dopamine, there are not so long lasting, and they just give you a rush, a peak, and they don't help you to stay focused and motivated for as long as cold exposure does. So it's recommendable to do it, especially in the morning, the first part of the day. You can see, you can learn much more about all of these things in the Huberman Lab. Andrew Huberman has several podcasts on this topic. One of the other things that he covers very well in his podcast is the effect of self-induced stress as a way of coping with stress and fear, and even recovering from trauma. That is something that also you can find in the Wim Hof method, not just the breathing, but also the cold exposure. It is a sort of a stress that, according to Wim Hof, it allows you to tap into the autonomous system. The autonomous nervous system is actually composed by the sympathetic and parasympathetic systems, and it helps you to bridge the gap between them, so your body doesn't react the way that it would in normal circumstances. So instead of getting a shock, you just adapt and relax at the moment. So guys, this is where it starts. This is where I live. As you can see, it just snowed, actually a couple of days ago, but because the temperatures are below zero, it's still hanging there, the snow. Hey, hi there. So here we have last 2 buckets of snow. icy snow. And as I told you before, it's starting to melt already, so I thought, okay, this is our chance. If we want to do this, we have to do it today. Yeah, well, sorry if it's a little bit gross that you can see leaves and pieces of grass there, but that's the natural way to do it. So here we go. This is actually the first time that I'm going to try this polar bearing style. I have been practicing the Wim Hof method for roughly 2 years now. And I've been taking cold showers and also going into some very cold rivers and lakes. But so far, no icy water. So the idea behind the Wim Hof method, it is supposed to trigger your sympathetic system, so you get like an adrenaline rush because your body gets shocked, gets stressed. And the idea is that from there you can tap into your parasympathetic system, which is the one that triggers not the fight and flight response, but the rest and digest response. So in the past we were used to dealing with really stressful situations, like being chased by predators and the like, and it was basically a survival mode that still is present in our brain today. And yeah, since we are not being so frequently chased by deadly creatures, we can find other ways to get this sort of stimuli that we got in the past, and see also if we can deactivate the stress response from there. So, well, here I am. It's been a couple of minutes. You missed me cursing and yelling. No, I'm exaggerating a bit. But when you get like the needles part, you just have to follow through. I wasn't able to hold the camera steadily, so I decided to quit for a moment, and now that I got a little bit more comfortable with the cold, I'm with you again. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to exploring this side of the Wim Hof method, and I will be reporting with the results if I see any benefits. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for bearing with me, or for polar bearing with me, I rather say. And see you next time.